Missionaries from Northwest Arkansas were stuck at an airport in Haiti just trying to get back to the United States. After surviving the 7.0 earthquake, they were tired, they had very little water, and as they waited for a flight, some of the missionaries actually shown Thursday morning on KNWA during a live report with NBC's Al Roker. The woman you see coming up here holding a Razorback sign, Tina Huddleston. She actually worked as a school nurse in Springdale. Now, ironically, the same group back on KNWA approximately 36 hours later, but this time a much different story. KNWA's J.R. Davis was in Siloam Springs when their plane landed tonight. He joins us live with more on their heartfelt reunion with friends and family. J.R.?
Yeah, Matt, it's safe to say it's been a long few days for this group, and they're glad to be home, trust me. But they've got stories to tell and a message to share.
An unexpected homecoming. Just days after Haiti's devastating earthquake, 5 Northwest Arkansans returned home, met with tears, hugs, and in an otherwise troubling time, jubilation by friends and family.
I'm still in shock that we're here and that the events of the day took place. I mean, literally, a man from the military was beating our door at 2:30 this morning and said, "Get dressed, we have to be gone in 10 minutes because there's a cargo jet here to take you home."
I've seen people kiss the ground, and I've never experienced that feeling before, but you literally just want to bend down and kiss the ground.
On Monday morning, this group of volunteers left for Haiti as part of an 8-day medical mission. Little did they realize, less than 24 hours later, they'd be part of one of the largest natural disasters in world history.
We had been on a medical clinic all day long, and we had just came back, and we pulled into the camp and turned the bus off, and all of a sudden, the ground shook and the bus began to vibrate.
At first we didn't know what it was, and then they yelled earthquake.
Even in the midst of chaos and confusion, these missionaries believe they were sent there for one reason: to save as many lives as possible.
We immediately went to pull children out of their homes, help pull people out of their homes, and then at our camp we set up a clinic and started treating people, and we had people came in that needed amputations, people that had lost their feet and their legs. We had 5 children die at our camp.
There was one particular child who died without any family being there with him, so we became his family.
There was so much destruction and devastation, just literally bodies on the street. It was the most unreal thing I've ever seen in my life.
And though they're glad to be home,
it's the greatest country in the world.
They say their hearts are still with the people of Haiti.
We do feel like the Lord wanted us there, and nothing happened by mistake, and so we were there for a reason. I will go back and I will help. I will help to help the country of Haiti because I love going there and I love the Haitian people.
Some pretty incredible stories there, Matt. You heard Molly Stroud a little earlier talk about the child they cared for without a family who ultimately died. They took the child and gave him a proper burial. It just really shows you how invested they were in just the short time they were there.
Yeah, very amazing. We also got word too, J.R. Barbara Freeman, a woman we told you about just a couple of nights ago, on the same plane. I believe they dropped her off in Mississippi, so some very good news. I'll tell you what, too, it took a lot of motivated people to get these missionaries back home, and it all started with U.S. Congressman John Bozeman. We spoke to the Republican from Arkansas earlier today to get his thoughts about their safe return.
Well, I think it's really important for us to take care of United States citizens that are over there, get them out of danger.
Yeah, he kind of facilitated.
Tonight we begin with a story new at 10. It was an emotional homecoming in Northwest Arkansas this evening. 5 area missioners who were in Haiti during the earthquake are now back home with their families. It was a reunion none of them will ever forget. 5 News reporter Robert Boyd was there and has more from Benton County.
It was quite a day at the Siloam Springs Municipal Airport. The 5 missionaries walked right off this plane and into the waiting arms of loved ones, and our cameras were there to capture it all.
Oh, there they are.
Joel Stroud and his 4 children watched in anticipation as the plane touched down. At last, Mommy was home.
Oh, my babies.
Oh, we're so happy that you're home. It's okay. It's okay.
I can't explain it. I'll probably cry forever. It's almost unbelievable. I mean, it almost feels like this whole thing's been a dream.
Is this one of the best hugs you've ever had?
Yeah.
Molly Stroud and her fellow missionaries had only been in Haiti for one day when the earthquake hit. Her compound was located about 10 miles outside Port-au-Prince. The compound was not affected, but the one next door was.
People were running in screaming. They couldn't find their children, and they were covered in ash and dust and dirt.
The missionaries helped to set up a triage unit.
The worst injuries I've ever seen in my life, I mean, even on television. And we treated them as best we could. We tried to, some of them were able to be taken to the hospital. Some of them, we just held their hand until they died.
Many of the victims Stroud encountered were the same ages as her own children.
Biggest impression was naming a dead child that I held in my arms because he had no family with him.
Fortunately, Stroud did have internet access and was able to keep in contact with her family.
You know, when these disasters happen, you know, it affects so many people, but when it affects you personally, it is just such a huge impact, and the burden is just so huge, and this one had a very good ending, and we were so happy that everybody made it back.
In Siloam Springs, Robert Boyd, 5 News.
The military flew Molly Stroud and the other missionaries into New Jersey from Haiti today, but it was up to them to get home from there. Fortunately, Allen Incorporated, based out of Siloam Springs, offered to donate the plane and crew in order to complete that return home.